Yeah, I mean, I think, you and I have had this discussion, I've had this discussion with Bob as well. I think it's a great idea to have a public safety commission, as not to formulate policy, but to be inputs to policy. And I think people in the community are want to stand up and deliver help. And we've heard many, many times that our staff can't do certain things relative to information gathering or dissemination for that matter. I mean, a perfect example was getting information about the crosswalk improvements at 47th. So I think a commission would be very helpful there, just like the Economic Development Commission is very helpful in helping guide and define things around parking and economic development issues. I don't think the expertise is any different. I think people understand intuitively what a safe community is. It's broader than traffic, it's neighborhood watch, it's other types of things that I think would be very valuable to our community to formalize. And I also think it sends a message to the public that public safety is important. It's just as important as economic development or public art or design review. So I think it would be something that would be properly chartered. It would be a great idea to gather that input and communicate information as you described. I think we're in agreement there. I think we're probably a little bit misaligned on the value of the input coming from a resident and perhaps other stakeholder body that was formed there. But we can agree to disagree, and maybe we can poll the board to see what the rest of the board thinks. I'd love to hear what the other members had to say, and then we can take it from there.
First and foremost, I appreciate, as does everybody on this board and in our staff and our residents, the commitment to public safety and the welfare of our residents. No question there. It's been a stated priority, as I said, for a long time. A couple of the issues that I didn't speak to relate to sustainability of a commission as well. We have talked a lot about how much is on our plate and on staff's plate. And commissions need to be a valuable resource to our staff. We need to be cognizant of the time that is committed by our staff to work with the commission. And in the case of an Economic Development Commission and all the commissions that we have, they aren't once a month meetings where we go out and simply seek input on various issues that may be of concern or interest, but we are actually seeking feedback on particular proposals that have been promoted. Things like the input on the 47th Street corridor we obtain through a community meeting. As you know, as a board, we go out and talk to our community and hold meetings in the neighborhood, if you will, which is a great opportunity for us to secure information. And I think we very consistently encourage our residents at any time to communicate with us their thoughts, their desires, their concerns, and their recommendations for improvements. Certainly have no desire to stifle that, yet quite the opposite, to encourage it at every turn. So I would love, as I said, to continue to work on the education piece particularly, but I'm concerned with charging a group of volunteers to make what sound more like evaluations of policy decisions and directions. As I said, in the public safety arena across the board, policing, fire, traffic and pedestrian safety, because they're very complex issues that are community-wide in nature and really require an understanding of all of the pieces that contribute to the policy-making decision, which quite frankly we are charged with, and I know we work hard at it. But I would invite the board to provide me with your thoughts on this matter. It's not an agenda item this evening, but I'd be happy to have any of you provide Bob or myself with your input with respect to this, and particularly if you have some ideas as to how to create a better mechanism to communicate with our residents with respect to safety issues, so we'd be delighted to do it.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to communicate that to Liz. And just so I can summarize, you're not in favor of having a commission for the input side of it, but you're willing to look at something for potentially communicating information to you.
Yeah, I think coming up with a mechanism to communicate some of, and not only some of the village safety mandates and thought processes, but as you and I are familiar with Cosset School and some of us Spring Avenue, Gurry, and Ogden. There are safe travel routes and various safety issues that all of our residents need to know about. And if we can improve those communication channels, I think that would be great. I've had discussions, and Bob has had discussions with District 204, and that obviously involves Western Springs as well, toward a similar end in grouping together to provide a means of communication for various safety issues, and I think that would be a great endeavor, and love to have some thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, and I think we're just, we'll respectfully agree to disagree on whether the value of the input side of the commission. I think it's just as valuable as the Community and Economic Development Commission or our commission or the Design Review Commission. I think that input and that sounding board is very valuable for public safety. I would encourage my fellow trustees to support this effort and communicate your thoughts to Liz. And I'd like to see this on the next agenda so we could go one way or the other and get something done.
Appreciate it. Thank you.